Have you experienced any crazy stuff during a home inspection?
I've seen some weird things.
Hiccups, problems, or issues do you encounter mostly in the inspection?
As far as financial advice, we don't tell them if the home is a good purchase or not. We try not to give our opinion. We just want to give them the facts for them to make the proper decision for themselves.
Why the name Radiant?
When I came up with the name Radiant, when you look in the dictionary, it talks about someone who is so passionate about what they do, or they're so happy with what they're doing.
To use your services, why is it important?
When you think about real estate purchases, it's some of the biggest assets that a person can purchase.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Power of Bold Living podcast. I am Josie, your bold agent. And today, during our podcast, we will be having a great conversation with Hank and Victor from Radiant Aruba. Welcome, gentlemen, to the Bold podcast.
Thank you for having us.
So I'm going to start with the big question. Because I love your name so much, why the name Radiant?
Well, when I came up with the name Radiant, when you look in the dictionary, it talks about someone who is so passionate about what they do, or they're so happy with what they're doing that they have that radiance about them. And I have a very passionate feeling about helping people. And when I came up with the home inspection company, it just made sense to have that Radiant name because I'm very passionate about it. My wife is the same thing. She's my business partner. When you see her, she smiles. And it just shows in every one of my team members. We're just very happy and we're just radiant about what we do.
Oh my God, I love the name. I feel it already. So tell us more about the company, about Radiant Aruba.
Well, we formed a company in November of last year. I have a home inspection company in St. Pete, Florida, which is Radiant Property Inspection there. And we expanded to this area. For the past 8 years, one of my very close friends who's from Aruba has been trying to get me to come down here. So I finally made it down here and fell in love with the island, but more so fell in love with the people, on how nice everybody was. Everyone I met was very helpful, wanted to see me succeed. So I made the decision and jumped right into opening the company here.
Oh, how amazing. I mean, of course, the island is very welcoming and we're happy to have you here. So to dive deeper into the company, what are the services that you provide?
So we represent both the buyer and the seller, depending on who hires us. But we really come in and do an inspection of the home and go through and make sure, point out all the good things, but also point out deficiencies that could need to be fixed. If there's a life and safety issue there as well. But just really do a thorough inspection of the home. So that's our main service we provide. And the other ones we provide, we do mold inspections. We do air quality. We work with a lab out of Miami, Florida that we send our samples to. We do termite inspections, and we also do ozone treatments.
And of course, for the agents in general, I mean, it is for us a great service and advice to give our clients and buyers as well to, in this case, inspect the property before they jump in buying a property in this case.
Absolutely. When you think about real estate purchases, it's some of the biggest assets that a person can purchase. And with that in mind, what we do is make sure they have a fully understanding of what they're purchasing and they are getting what they believe they are buying.
So how is the customer experience, the buyer's experience when they receive the report?
Well, with us, we guarantee part of our standard is that they get the report by the end of next business day from when we do
24 hours.
Almost, yeah, 24 hours, depending on what time we do the inspection.
Okay.
But it could be a little bit longer, but by the end of next day, we have the report delivered to the client. And it's done by email. And there's a link that they have. They click on the link, and it goes to our website where they can pull up all the report, all the information they have, or they can convert that into a PDF format as well and print it.
So if I receive a report, what do I see? What are the specifications that you put in such a report?
Okay, well, first of all, at the very top of the report, it shows the number of the things that we pointed out. We ranked them as blue, orange, and red. Red meaning it's a life and safety issue or something that's not working at all. A orange is it needs attention. And then blue is just normal maintenance work like caulking round windows and stuff like that. So that's the first part. And then they get a detail of every single room that we went into, as well as the exterior of the home, the roof, the plumbing, electrical. The report is broken out to every different section that they can think of, and we report on that. And most of our reports have anywhere from 150 to 250 pictures.
Oh, wow. And do you also give like financial advice on this matter to the buyer, to the customer?
As far as financial advice, we don't tell them if the home is a good purchase or not.
Okay.
We try not to give our opinion. We just want to give them the facts for them to make the proper decision for themselves. But we will help them if they ask us, well, we don't know how much this will cost to repair or stuff like that. That's where Victor, part of his experience, comes in as a contractor here in Aruba. He's able to give some pricing and let them know this would be what you would expect to have this repaired.
So, Victor,
Yes.
tell me a little bit more about your part of the report and the experience and the services you guys offer at Radiant.
Oh my God. It's like a radiant experience. The customers are happy. They get all the information, digital. They see videos like toilets flush. We had a thermal camera imaging, so we send pictures about what is heat, what is the ventilations are working, and many other things we have it. We had other service like source scope, air quality test. So that's really good, and that's some things we needed here in Aruba, and the people need it. Sometimes we don't have it, and right now we had all the tools we needed to get everyone a Radiant experience.
Can you share a little bit more about the tools you guys use to make this report?
Oh my God, my toys.
You go ahead.
Your
Your
toys.
I
toys.
told you, my toys.
Tell us about your toys.
I've given them a lot of toys since I've arrived.
Even we had a little tool to make a test on the microwave to make sure the microwave is working. We make a little video with that. We had a electrical tester to make sure everything is working. Normally, at the bathroom, we have to have the plug with EFCI power supply. So when we had water problems in the bathroom, that blow out and electricity is out. Some places in Aruba we don't have it. We had the plug, but it's okay. The standard here in Aruba are different than US, but we know it's different. But the people need to be more safe, and that's what the Radiant are doing right now, make everyone more safe on Radiant.
I believe that's an awesome answer to my next question. However, I'm going to ask it anyways. So what would be important for Radiant in advising customers to use your services? Why is it important?
Well, we have the experience of the inspection side. Victor is the experience for the Aruba and doing all the construction here. So you're getting the best of two worlds with our team. And with that, we're going through the whole home. We're looking at everything. But we're going to give you that report in a manner that helps you make a decision. And even if there's minor things in the home, we're still giving you that peace of mind that you have that peace that, okay, I'm buying the proper property for myself and I'm going to enjoy living here. Because the last thing we want for anybody, and real estate agents, ourselves, is someone to move into a home and then they have a number of issues once they move in. It's not a great experience for the client. It's not a great experience for the agent when they get the call saying, what did you sell me and stuff like that. So we're here to prevent that and give them a great understanding of their home and how they can enjoy living there.
Yes, for sure for the agents, we don't want that.
No.
We want a happy family in their new home without any hiccups. And for sure, the services you offer saves all of us from all of that hassle and tussle.
Absolutely, because what we want them to do is not just refer us to their friends who might purchase here. We want to make sure their experience with the agents are happy as well, so they continue to refer the agents as well.
Yes, that helps for sure.
Yes.
So what kind of hiccups, problems or issues do you encounter mostly in the inspections?
Want to talk about that one?
Sometimes there are different things. We had problem with door locks, maybe a leak on the roof, electrical. Some electricals are not protected on the bathroom, so we do some recommendations about that. The safety, when we had the stairs, that's very important, because I know the regulations and everything has to be right, so the people get the right information on the report.
So when you give such a report, and do the clients, for sure, because you guys are the professionals here, do they ask you if you have any recommendations of easier ways to repair, because they love the property so much, right?
Yeah, we can make.
Do you have recommendations as well?
Yeah, if they call in and wanted to talk to us, we will make recommendations. If it's something that I can answer, I surely will, or I will refer to Victor. I've only been on the island for 7 months now, so part of it is I'm learning a lot of things here. But someone asked me about air conditioners. I can tell them how much it is now.
Yeah,
I've been here long enough. I figured out some things working with Victor. But if I can't answer it, I'm going to pass it on to Victor for him to speak to the clients. And one of the reasons why Victor came onto our team was when I first met him, his skills in customer service and making people feel comfortable. Everyone that has met with him and has worked with him, we get nothing but glowing reviews about him.
So I feel a very, we call it here duodinamico, dynamic duo, the two of you working together. So how can our customers, our clients, buyers, or anybody who's watching the podcast right now reach you?
Well, they can go on our website, which is homeinspectionaruba.com, or they can reach to us by phone. Our number is going to be on our website. And we have a local number here, but we also have for the U.S. and Canadian clients, we have our telephone rings into an office in Florida as well. So we're able to answer them, and they can take care of the calls there.
Have you experienced any crazy stuff during a home inspection?
I've seen some weird things. I went up to an attic, and it was a big attic that I could walk in. I got about halfway through it, and I saw eyes staring back at me from my flashlight. And I got a little bit better view, and it was a very big raccoon. And I was like, okay, your attic, I'm leaving.
Oh, my God.
I've had a snake outside that I was walking out to something I had to inspect, and it just stood its ground, wouldn't leave, just come hissing at me and coiling
Oh my
up.
God.
And I was like, okay. I came back later.
Inspection over.
Yeah. I think the weirdest thing that happened to me was there was an older home in Tampa, Florida. I saw a break in an old pipe, and when I went into the home, I flushed the toilet. There was no water in there, so I went to flush it and make sure nothing leaked. And I heard a splash because I turned around to open up the window, let it fill up with water, and I heard a splash. So when I turned around, there was a rat climbing out of the toilet. And I was like, okay. I walked right out of there. I said, I'm done. Bathroom's done. I'm no more inspection on the bathroom. I did take a couple of pictures of the rat sitting on the toilet seat, trying to dry off.
Well, at least it's kind of polite.
I was polite. But he just sat there on the toilet, and I was like, okay.
It's time to go.
Time to go.
And did you experience anything crazy on the island?
Oh, many things. Even one time I found little toys on 4-inch pipe. That was crazy. The little cars coming out. People coming. We had a problem with the toilet. Okay, what happened? No, it's not flushing. Okay, let me take a look. I opened the cleanup outside. There was a bunch of little cars inside the pipe.
They have kids.
Yes, kids at the house.
That lost their Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
I can imagine that the diversity of things, right? Because you have the best of both worlds, I can say, because you have Florida as with your company, and you have Aruba too. So do you see a lot of difference in, of course, in culture, but I mean in client culture and report culture within these two different worlds?
Our reports are very similar between the two because we use the same software, so we produce the same quality. But so far, most of our clients have been from the U.S. or Canada. So we're producing a report that is very similar to what they're used to. So I think that's been the biggest difference. Our only client that was a resident here was on new construction, so that was a little bit different. She asked us to come in. She was having some issues, and before she moved in, and we were able to point out a number of things that were wrong and that the contractor did incorrectly.
So that's after they purchase.
No, they were still under construction.
Okay.
And we found that the pipe, the main sewer pipe that was going to the sewer
The
septic tank, the septic tank was actually going uphill. That home would have been nothing but backing up of sewage into the home.
Yeah.
So we were able to find that before they moved in, before they completely buried it. So they had to redo the whole line because of that.
Since you're mentioning this, right? So would it be possible for clients, buyers, or new homeowners that are building their house to, before continuing construction, just to make sure that everything is to par, that they can contact you for that service too?
Yes. We've been talking about that. That was our very first inspection. And we will be that eyes for clients who are building a home. We do that in Florida as well, where we do, before drywall or walls go up, we'll do an inspection. And then we have some clients that just ask us to come in, and we're not there. Can you take pictures? We like to see the progress of the home being built.
Exactly.
So we'll go out there, do a quick walk around, make sure everything looks okay, take pictures for the clients, and say, hey, we looked, everything seems to be great. Or, hey, we saw this, you need to contact the project manager.
So that's amazing. I mean, if I understand you correctly, right? So a client can be living abroad, and then the construction is happening. You can offer that service too.
Yes.
To just be an extra eye for them, because I can imagine not being here and having your construction happening. It's for sure.
Yeah. Most people building a home,
Yeah.
they're there almost every week.
Exactly.
Seeing the progress, they're excited. I can't imagine being abroad and trying to build a home and not knowing what's going on. So we can absolutely be the eyes and ears for that person.
And would it be a service that I would, since we're on Aruba, might as well ask this, right? Would it be a service that you can offer to locals as well? I mean, for instance, if I would be building a house, it's like almost speaking a foreign language. I would not know if they're doing anything well, except that if it's beautiful or not. So is it a service that we can advise our local clients as well to contact you?
Absolutely. Everything that we do is not just for people abroad.
Yeah.
I want to take care of the people who live here first, and then with people abroad, we just want to be the eyes and ears for them to feel comfortable. We had a client that was from the States, and when she found out that I was from the States, I could tell that, okay, some of the anxiety dropped when I could just hear it in her voice, knowing that she had someone who was going to understand what she was looking for.
Exactly.
So with the Victor and I, we have the best of both worlds to be able to help whoever comes our way.
Yeah, I think that's an amazing combination, because indeed Victor is more localized and you're localizing.
Yes.
You're localizing, but I really think indeed the services you offer would be best for everybody indeed, to make sure that their house is being built apart. Because in construction, you never know. It's tough, especially for us. I mean, we're women mostly. We don't know anything about construction. It's as we go, we learn. However, knowing that we can call either Victor or you, it gives us peace of mind.
That's perfect.
Anything else you would like to share about the company and Radiant, or anything you want to announce?
No, we're just happy to be here. We want to be a part of the community. I'm a person who believes one of our standards in our company, our culture, is to give back to the community that we serve. So that's one of the things that we, once we get more established here, we're going to start giving back to the community and helping the community. So that's something for me. As far as Victor, I want to let him speak what he'd like.
I'm really happy to be here with you, share this time and have this information to the community, because this really help everyone. It's not only for new customer going to buy a house. It's for people is building a new house to get more information. And they're going to get all the information on a link, on paper. They can see it, videos and everything. And that's really important, because we can get information from anyone, and anyone will come and tell you, this is not right, but they don't want to give you the right information, how to be done, what you need to do, call this company to do it. It's not only me. Here are many companies, and they can do the job, so we can do it.
I think it's amazing, especially because indeed, Radiant being a neutral party within the whole spectrum of buying or building a property, building a house, giving like solid information apart from everybody involved in the whole process. So thank you so much. Very glad to have this conversation with you, gentlemen, and inspiring and educating more people on the island and everybody watching this podcast.
Well, thank you for having
so
us.
much.
Thank you.
Well, I hoped we offered you a radiant educational session during our Power of Bold Living podcast. Hope to see you next time.